Thank you so much for tuning in to District Focus TV. I'm your host, Athiano Concepta, and today we are here at Ntinda Complex. We are going to be talking about digital skill empowerment for the youth, and my guest today is Madame Valentine, and she'll have more to talk about.
Okay, hello, my name is Valentine Masicha, as you said, and I am an advocate for young kids, young youth, young adults, encouraging them and empowering them with digital skills to prepare them for the future of work.
Okay, we'll have to ask some few questions because when you talk about digital empowerment, not everyone understands what digital is. So could you please briefly tell us about what digital empowerment is?
So digital empowerment, in simpler terms, it's training young people or the youth with skills which are technology skills to prepare them for the future of work. So we have technology taking over in almost every aspect of our lives, and so many opportunities are showing up and coming up every single day that need people or need the human resource. But we have our young people who are not ready or don't have these skills to explore all these opportunities. So we are the people who come in and empower them and give them the skills and make sure that they are ready for the opportunities.
Okay, so when you talk about digital empowerment for the youth, which range, like age range, from what years to what years?
So you will be surprised that young people, that is from the age of 5, already know how to use technology. Young people already know how to interact with the computer. They know how to handle and operate a smart TV. So those are the people we start with, going onwards. So when you start young, they will understand technology and appreciate it.
So it is from 4 years up to 50, 60, or... Oh, so your starting point is 4 years? 5 years up to the... Okay. So could you please tell us more about your company or those things of coding?
Mindset Coders is a social enterprise that works with young people from the age of 7. For us, we start from 7 and sometimes 10 if it is online, and going upwards. Our main target is from 10 to 17. So we have these young people in school. They know technology, they know how to interact with it, but they don't know how it is made. So for us, we come in and show them how technology is made and actually give them the skills to create what they interact with every day. So when we do this, they get to understand, 1, understand technology, and 2, to also get to create the different games they play, the different mobile apps they interact with, and the different softwares they get to interact with. So for us, as Mindset, we are the people who empower the young.
Okay, as digital skills empowerment for youth, do you have any specific credentials you're looking for in a child to join your company?
So for us, we do not. That's the interesting thing. As long as we have a young person, they already know what technology is all about and they can already interact with it. They can come to us and then we let them know what they can do with technology. So for us, we don't have any prerequisites. We don't have any papers that you need to have. It's open to all. Just have the interest. Yes.
Another thing is, someone out there might be wondering, is this for free or it has to, some cash?
There is a free initiative that I'm currently a part of that is called Africa Code Week. So Africa Code Week is an initiative that was started by SAP, and it's usually sponsored by Irish Embassy in Uganda. So what we do, we work with volunteers, we work with teachers in schools, we work with different organizations which have the same interest with us, and we hold coding workshops throughout the country. So for free, it's all out there. We do online right now because of the situation. We host online coding workshops. We host teachers to also give them these skills so that they can work with the students they are teaching online. And we also have sometimes physical online free coding workshops.
So how has coronavirus affected? Maybe you had plans, maybe by this year, this time, this and this and this should be done. So how has the virus affected your plans, future plans?
Okay. So, of course, since 2020, we had already our plans in January. But now, when the lockdown came in, the COVID affected all businesses, I can say. But for us, we had to adjust. We were used to we were used to physical classes. We were used to bringing kids here and we give them the laptops to work with. We were used to schools having computer labs. But now, because that was not an option, we had to improvise, we had to innovate and think of ways to host coding workshops or coding trainings online. So for us as Mindset, that's what we've done since the lockdown happened.
Okay, so you've not been affected by the virus that much as many people in Uganda are.
Of course we are, but you can't drown in it. So anyway, another thing that at least helped us was that as Africa Code Week, we were able to go on TV and host these workshops online. And then we also had to innovate and think of ways we can innovatively still give this coding knowledge. So we came up with magazines. It's called Africa Code Week Unplugged coding magazines. So we gave out the magazines to young children in the slums. We gave out magazines to children in remote areas. We also had partners who helped us issue out the magazine. So this would not have happened if COVID would not have come in. So we just try to look at the positive side of COVID, because if we go negative, we'll cry. Yeah.
So someone watching might be wondering, because they've heard you talk about teaching, about computer and technology and all that, but what do you specifically teach the kids that come here?
So for the kids that come in our space, we teach them how to make games that they interact with every day. We teach them how to make mobile apps. We also teach them how to make animations. That is now for the young age, that is between 7 to 12. And then the teenagers going up, we teach them how to make mobile applications, website applications, and then any other software out there that we feel is of their interest. Yeah.
Okay, so what is coding, and for how long does a child need to study coding?
Coding is giving a computer instructions. So for instance, someone told the computer or put the instruction in a computer that when you click a button that is supposed to switch it on, it should go on or off. So someone gave the computer that instruction. That is the same way with every button we have on the computer. The same button is the same thing with every instruction you have on your smartphone. Someone actually did the back end and gave it the instructions to do that. So that is coding explained. Now for us, that is complex for young people. We break it down and we make it something that is easier for them. How do we do that? We teach them how to make games, because we know games is something that is familiar to them. And then we make it fun, because this is young people, they don't want to have stuff. So we make cartoons for them and we make something that is more realistic for them. Now, when it comes to how long it takes for them to create a game, for us, we can start from 2 weeks with us. So it's easier, we start explaining what is coding, and then we go, now the same way we explain to you a button, they will understand that, because this is something that you know every day, but they don't know that someone actually put the instruction. So we told them, okay, why don't you tell this cat to move from point A to point B? How do you do that? Tell it to move. How do you tell it to move? Give it instructions. How do you give it instructions? Now we show them how to give it instructions, and that is how we do that. So the least time we can take to teach a young person how to make a simple animation is at least 2 weeks. So 2 weeks we clear. 2 weeks we teach a young person. By the time they leave leave from us or our classes, they already know how to make a cat move and say hello.
Okay, so someone out there would also want to know approximately how many children do you teach? The total number of the kids you have so far?
Yeah, so usually we encourage at least 15 children in a class, because even in coding, even for adults, it's advisable that you should at least have 2 people do the same work together, because when it comes to looking at what you're doing, someone else cannot see the mistake and you need a partner. Yes, so for us we usually encourage teamwork, we encourage collaboration, because these are the skills they'll acquire when they are older and they don't know it. So we teach them early. By the time they are grown up, they already have these lifetime skills which they'll need. Even if they don't choose technology, they already have these skills which are essential.
Okay, so you've talked about teaching kids from the age of 4. So if what they're supposed to learn is done with, like they're done with what they're supposed to learn, do they graduate or you take them to another level?
So we have a graduation. There's some sort of graduation. Usually we do that when we have like a sort of boot camp, coding boot camp, and of course there's a graduation, a certificate giving, and just well done. But after that, we usually talk to the parents if you've seen a child who is really interested and they want to know more. Because what we do in our part as Mindset, as Africa Code Week, is to ignite a interest or just interest them in this, and then we go forward with them. So if you see that a child is interested, now we can tell the parents, you know what, your child is interested, why don't we work with your child? So it does not stop there. Technology changes every day. WhatsApp was different when it started. Facebook was different when it started. So it's something that progresses.
Imagine a kid comes to your company and then they finish with what they're supposed to learn from 4 maybe to like 7, because you've said a kid can learn for only 2 weeks. So if they are done from a scale of 1 to 10, how many parents bring back their kids to advance in what they are learning about technology?
So in most cases, at least 50% of the parents we work with actually call us back and they'll be like, okay, is there more we can do with our child? If at all we didn't get a chance to tell them or they didn't come for the graduation. So when they reach out, we tell them, okay, so your child did ABCD, their strength is this, why don't we move forward? It cannot stop. Coding is something that is, it's like a lifestyle. So you have to keep progressing every day. You have to develop, you have to learn the new trends, the new technology out there, so it doesn't end. So for a young person, we start maybe from the age of 5. The more you continue, but now the beauty about doing it young is that you can become a professional at 13. And you've seen these stories. They are minimal, but there are kids who are 13 years at Google, 13 years at Facebook, 13 years creating websites. So what you as a parent, how are you going to make sure your child already goes ahead of her peers, you know? Yes. So it's something that we are trying to sensitize parents to be like, okay, your child has learned, but why don't you let them go higher and go forward?
Side of the government, when it comes to technology, I mean, we are going digital, but still not in every part of the country is digitalized. So how do you help someone deep down in the village, Karamoja, those regions of Teso? How do you help them, and how has the government helped you reach to those guys there?
So the beauty about the government is that they are trying to put in place ICT initiatives or interventions to make sure that the people or the schools adapt e-learning, they adapt technology, they adapt something in the curriculum that is tech related. So at least there is that, and we thank God for COVID in all its negativity. There's a way that now people are forced to go digital. So what does that mean? There are opportunities for these young people we are training right now. There's opportunities for them to grab all these opportunities. And then for the young, not young, but for the young people in the remote areas, that's why we know that there's no computer there. There's no computing devices. That's why we also try to get something that goes there. For us as Mindset, for us as Africa Code Week, we try. That's why we did the magazines to make sure at least we distribute and they read and say, okay, coding is here, and I can do this exercise, and I will learn this when I do this. So for us, we do our part. And then we reach out to the government and we tell them, this is what you've done, this is the impact, how can you help? So it's just a discussion that is ongoing.
Do you have any person in your company right now that we can talk to about digital skill empowerment, how it has helped her or him grow, what he has gained from your company, what you would like to tell other kids out there?
Okay, so at the moment we have a young girl, she's called Malaika. She has been with us actually during the COVID. So we worked with her during COVID, we were doing online classes using Zoom, and she's someone who likes what she's doing. And even her herself, she has her own mind. Her mind is open and she's thinking of things she can create, and that's the mindset we want. We want her to think like a creator. So I would want to hear what she can say about how the program has impacted her and what she likes about it.
It's already here.
Okay, so this is one of the kids that has been here with Mindset. So she's going to tell us what her name is. She's going to tell us how she has gained, what she has benefited from Mindset, what she would encourage other kids in other parts of the country. What is your name?
My name is Malaika.
Malaika, can you tell us how Mindset has helped you when it comes to technology?
It has helped me learn how to use Scratch, how to use other people's games on Scratch, and how to put my own games on Scratch.
So if I give you a laptop now, can you put a game in your laptop?
I can put it on Scratch, but I don't know if I can download the game and put it on my laptop.
So that definitely means that Mindset has helped you during this lockdown.
Yes, it has.
So what advice can you give kids that are in different parts of the country and cannot access this kind of teaching?
Maybe they can ask their parents to buy them a computer so they can learn on Google how to do it.
How did you come to know about Mindset?
My mom told me when it was during the summer holiday that I was going to do coding with a group called Mindset Coding.
Can you tell us what coding is?
Coding is when you use your computer to create commands or other technology.
So you've been with Mindset for how long?
I started during the summer holiday.
Okay, Malaika, you've told us that you can now create a game on your laptop. Is there anything you'd want Mindset to teach you about apart from coding?
Maybe how to build something that can connect to a computer and you can use it to control.
Thank you so much for your time.
It's okay.
So as we are concluding, Madam Valentine is going to tell us more details about their company, where we can reach out to them on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and maybe Twitter.
You can always reach us on the number 0704 679017. On Facebook, we are Mindset Coders, the same with Instagram, Twitter as well. If you look for Mindset Coders, you'll find us. The website, www.mindset-group.org. And yeah, we are always available. We are really passionate about empowering young people. And we also want to get young people, as many as possible, just coding. So for us, even at Africa Code Week, we want to empower a village. And it takes a whole village to empower one child. So we all come together and do that. And the parents have to be on board with that. Yeah.
So thank you so much for viewing District Focus Television. As a parent out there, what would you like your kid to be in future? Because now schools are closed, so the only thing that kids have to do is to find a way how to connect, learn technology as they wait for the president to talk about the reopening of schools. Thank you so much. I've been your host, Athiano Concepta.